Hello everybody, my name is Ty and we are going to be playing some Final Fantasy Tactics. Now you'll notice I skipped the main screen, and there's kind of a reason for that one. I wanted to see if the sound was actually going to suck or not, which looks like I got that fixed, thankfully. Now, I know this is not the most exciting of games, because it is a turn-based game, so if you don't like it, that's totally up to you. The turn-based games are totally... well, they're not everyone's cup of tea. I just happen to really like them. But this is going to be a long one. Especially this episode is probably going to be about an hour-ish long. The reason being, I want you to see what you're going to be getting into, assuming you will watch it. But each one of these episodes is going to be around a half an hour-ish. So, I like how we don't even play a character that really matters. Like, no one really knows about him. It's kind of funny. But we're going to be using a 4-man team. Probably a samurai, a dragoon, a summoner, and then I'm trying to decide on the last one. It's going to be a white mage mixed with something, but I'm not too sure yet. We'll figure that out as we go. And this is the PSP version, so this has all of the name changes and everything. And I'm sorry if the sound jumps just a little bit. I'm recording this off of PPSSPP Gold, which is a little bit harsh as far as recording goes, and the sound is kind of loud. Let's see. We'll leave his name as it is. Yes, Rams is his name. Now, I heard at one point that Gemini is the way to go, but I can't remember if that was correct. So I'm just going to go with my birth date, which is Aquarius, January 30. Now, the environment has huge things that happen with it, like huge details, and I know that your sign has something to do with it, but I could never remember all of it, so I'm not going to do a huge thing. And these cutscenes weren't actually visible in the PS1 version because they weren't there. They just didn't have them at the time. And there's no sound. Huh. I'll have to try and figure that sound thing out, because that's really weird. I don't want to, like, play this with no sound. But I know it's been a while. I've been, basically at home with my kids. The, wife is working a lot. So, that kind of put a damper on the recording process. So I'm probably going to be doing this once a week. Not sure what day just yet. Likely going to be on Mondays, except for this episode, which is likely going to go up on a Tuesday, given the time that I'm recording this at. Yeah, we may as well just make it Tuesdays, just to be consistent. But they're sitting there riding around the fields, doing their whole chocobo thing. Chocobos are giant yellow birds, for those folks who don't know. They're flightless. Except for black ones, apparently. That's racist. Yeah, this is totally supposed to have sound. That guy's name is Delita, D-E-L-I-T-A. And he is technically, I want to say, the main character. Even if he's not in your party for most of it. And he really dislikes you, if I remember right. Now there's going to be a lot of, like, reading, so that's a thing. And now the sound's back. Look at that. Look at those graphics. Amazing. Listen to that messed up ass sound. And them talking sounds just like crunching. It's amazing. Love it. The escort has already arrived, Majesty. Please heed the good lady's words, Highness. You must hurry. Still in here, are you? It's been the better part of an hour. Gafgarian, you forget yourself, sir. You are in the presence of a princess. Mayhap bowed heads would be less offend. Would less offend. I can't read. So I just won't then, huh? See, I really don't like Gafgarian. He's kind of a jerk. But I really do like how they talk in this one, even if they kind of spell things funny. Darn you British people. Here we go. I'm gonna change that, because this is just atrocious. That's right, atrocious. Put that at a solid 0. We'll just have the actual sound going for the game, because that's not what's skipping. I like how it completely ignored it, and it was like, that's fine. We'll still play the background. Also, if you hadn't figured it out, we're the dude in purple. Deliver us, O Lord. Oh, I gotta fix that. That's terrible. No sound. Thank you. Okay. That sounds less insane. Mostly because there's no sound. Yeah. I'll just have to make my own up then. So, alrighty. Now you see here, you got your big old playing field. And Lady Agrias, who's on our side, those guys, down at the bottom right there, are all bad guys. So you got a knight, 3 archers, and a chemist. The knight's the dude with the cloak, obviously. The archers are the 3 dudes with the arm padding. And the chemist is the guy who's halfway on screen. Chemists are your basic healers. They kind of start you on your path toward all of your caster classes. Which, this is all based off jobs, so that's fun. Jobs being like different classes, you know, black mage, white mage, time mage, summoner. Librarian is weirdly a caster. I'm not certain what's up with that, but it's kind of a funny one to mess around with. Beating someone to death with words. That's always entertaining. See? Objective. Defeat all enemies. Leave no man standing. Okay. Now, Agrias, which is the chick right there that's talking, is completely against killing these guys because they don't want to start a war. But Gafgarian, being a mercenary, doesn't really care because, I mean, really, if you're a mercenary, why would you care? What would be the point? Now, he is a Fell Knight. I believe they call him a Fell Knight, which is basically a Dark Knight. He has evil attacks he does. He steals health. Some of his attacks, if I remember correctly, actually make him hurt himself, but it's nothing too crazy. Metal, let's see. Rush, Chant, Steel? Let's see, I'm not really sure what that one is. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Encourage an ally, increasing their bravery. Well, that's a nice one to have. Okay. Let's move forward. And not do anything. Maybe I can increase... Wow, what happened there? Maybe I can increase my own bravery. I sure can. Now, bravery is a governing stat for, like, physical damage. Like, the more brave you are, the harder you're going to hit somebody when you give them the big old shank from your sword. Which I really should have gone over different things. Basically, you can move in the blue area, and then you can attack wherever it is the red area is. If you're melee and you don't have anything like what Agrias has, or what Gafgarian has, you can only attack in your face unless you're a Dragoon who uses spears, in which case he attacks 2 squares. Now, since we only have the one character right now, the AI is running everything else, which is kind of suck, but what are you going to do, really? Oh, and he's charging an attack at me. It's going to do 60 points of damage, assuming he gets to hit me with it. Hopefully, he won't be able to. But, who knows? Now, there is a way to see it, but I'm not certain which button it is, as I'm not using a controller. I really wish it was. See how that archer can do certain stuff. He can, like, fire, but he can't fire at you if you're within, like, 2 squares of him. So he's got to fire behind you. Which, if you do fire behind somebody, you can still hit them, but point is. And there goes that chemist, whose name is Fux. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be something different, but I'm gonna call him Fux. Fux gained a job level. I would high-five him, except for the part where he's gonna be stabbed by me, so it doesn't really matter. Now, Lad usually ends up with a, oh good, he missed with his charge attack. Lad usually starts with black magic, so he can use, like fireball and stuff like that. Or rather, fire and stuff like that. Now we'll go over the different, like, aspects of how you do stuff and things like that once it's my turn again. But, we'll see. I wish I could get the sound not screwed up on this. I'll have to figure that out. That really bugs me, if you can't tell. There goes Alicia, stabbing him in the side. Check. Dead 24. There goes Lavian, probably also stabbing the knight in the side. Giving him the shank. Shank. Oh, he blocked it. He had a shield so he could block. And Lad is gonna go again. I'm pretty sure he went behind us last time, but I mean, it's whatever. Okay, see, you got all your actions here. You can move. Which actually, since he's almost dead, I'm gonna move back here. Okay, then you got your actions. Or you can wait. If there's nothing you can do, you just wait. Now, since I'm a squire, because you can see it down there, I've got metal, which is rush, basically I just like body slam him. Chant, it gives some of my health, and heals them, heals whoever. Steel, which we just saw, it increased my bravery by 5. Or, I'm gonna get attacked, so I'm gonna stab him in the ass for 35. Eat it. There you go, and he's dead. Yippity-doo-dah. Okay, and then you choose your facing. Now, facing is really important, and I'm not really sure what's up with the missing blocks, but whatever. We'll assume it's just graphical goofs. You choose your facing. Facing is really important, because if you're in front of somebody, you have the chance of not being able to actually hit them, like they can block you, or in the caster's case, they can parry you. But if you're behind them, they can't block or parry or really anything. It's just like a full-on face slap. Yep, that night, see, he's probably gonna throw, oh no, I thought he was gonna throw like a rock at me or something. I suppose I should thank him, because that was quite generous. I don't know why he's charging that. I don't think he can hit him. Oh, the chemist stabbed me for 20. Bastard chemist. I'll have to get him back. Lavian got stabbed. I believe it's Lavian. Either that or it's Alicia, I'm not really sure. He's gonna hit the other. Yep, see, if there's anyone in your way as a archer, you can't actually hit them. You'll hit whoever's in your way. See, that's kind of the downside. You can actually hit a person with your magic, assuming you're doing any, unless you're a summoner, for whatever reason, that doesn't have the ability to do friendly fire. It's just kind of gone. I feel bad for Lavian. I mean, like, she's in there, getting good with it, but she's just taking an ass beating right there. Did he go twice? I don't understand. Why am I going so slow? What is this? I feel like they're cheating. Game's a jerk. Really, Gafgarian has the black magic this time. That is so weird. Maybe they gave Lad white this time. I mean, either way, he did a number. It doesn't really matter. Okay. How much health does he have? 84. I can't hit him. But I can hit him. Hit him for 49. Ka-chop. And that puts him in a bad spot, because he's hurt really bad now. So the question is, what's Agrias going to do? Am I going to get any help from these guys as far as killing this chemist? Because he can make things really difficult for us, because they have the ability to throw potions and other things. So, I mean, like, if we're in the way, sure, we can intervene and take it, but still, it kind of makes things a little difficult. Yep, there it goes. Lezolos. Really? Lezolos? That's what we're gonna do? We're gonna rip him off that hard? 15, he's gonna rush him. See, there goes. Boom. Now rush, things like rush, stone, have a really good chance of knocking an enemy back. So if they're like on a rooftop or on a real high cliff, you can knock them off the cliff and do extra damage on top of the, like, 10 to 15 that you're gonna do when you push them. Now, as I recall, the Fell Knight class, or job, I'm sorry, isn't actually available in the game unless you cheat. But I don't remember. I never actually did it. I always had my group, like my team build, so it didn't really matter. Okay, so we're gonna move beside him again, like normal. We're gonna give him a shank. Right in the side. 49 damage, 100%. Chop. Done. And he's down. Yay. Okay, now we're gonna leave it to Agrias and friends to hopefully take that guy out, but I don't know if it's actually gonna work. Because if not, I'll have to run over there and make stabbings. Yay, she leveled up. Let's see what he's gonna do. Poor lad's gonna get chopped. See how everyone's getting experience and job points? Because you level the two separately. Like, if you're, say you're level 10, you could be a level 5 knight, but like a level 3 white mage. So, I mean, they're not the same thing. So now we find out that that whole thing was a distraction, so that Delita, that gentleman right there, could get a hold of the princess. Nice of them to include subtitles. So now what we're going to do with this whole thing is we're going to basically be reporting her as, like, being gone. We're going to go figure out what happened with that. But they're going to give us just a little bit of backstory first. A little backstory on, like, Delita and things like that. Now loading. And like I said, they're going to give us a little bit of backstory. So this is, as the scrolling text is, it's prior to the war, and you can see a young us down there in the bottom left, next to a younger Delita as well. So basically, the eight people we're looking at right there is going to be our starting, soldier allotment. They start you off with 2 chemists and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, what's the word? Squires. Squires being the base melee class. I don't know why I had to do math for that. Don't mind me, I'll get good. We'll figure it out. So what we're going to do, alright, is once this battle's over, I'm going to basically be saving and cutting it, and then when we come back, I'll have a completely different squad because you kind of need a specific setup. Otherwise you're going to have a really crappy time. It's going to suck. Basically they're talking about brigands attacking everyone, and we're training to be knights. That's the thing. And like he's saying, the Corpse Brigade is they seceded, because they were knights and other men who fought, but when they came home, they had everything taken from them. They had no homes, they had no money, no nothing. So they're like, well, this sucks. We went and we died and all that other crap, and you guys are like, well, F you too. So they're basically fighting for what they feel as though is theirs. And it's kind of our job to stop them. Yep. So there you go, there's that save. Okay, here's the battle preparation screen. Bravery of 70, Faith of 70. Ew. Jeez. My chemists have really good bravery. I'll have to make them not chemists. Looks like the best one to get is 50 from other. Sorry about that. Had to adjust my headset. Okay. So, I can see that chick up on the roof. If you were to give her a rush and she fell off, she would take extra damage from falling. And now, because they're my people, I control all of them. Isn't that wonderful? However, this is still going to be mostly narrative driven, as they have lots of talking to do. A lot of camera spinning too. It's gonna stab Delita. Shank. Now this shouldn't take too long. Like I was saying, you always want to do what you can to go after the chemists first, but we have to basically get Delita out of that really crappy spot he's in right there. I'm gonna throw rocks at me from the roof. That's what we need. Rocks. Well, aim pressed pierces the mail. Now, simply the mention of my name has scared that guy. Poor man. Let's see. If I was to rush her, she wouldn't fall off, but... There we go. I'll have a chance anyway. That's fine, they took the rest of mine away. Stab. 10 experience, 10 job. This one guy over here, start working towards that one. And her over here. Fundaments. It's kind of strange that they changed theirs to fundaments, where mine is metal. Items. Potion, I've got 5 of them. Shut up and take my potion. Now generally I leave the chemists out of combat, but since we've got 2 of them, we kind of have to bring one of them into it, so that's the thing. But that's good, because he's being drawn out. Can I throw a potion from all the way over there? Jeez. Give me a sec. There we go, that's what we need. 12 damage, 100%, and bump. Did she fall off? No. This poor guy Chop. A crit of 12 even though it was going to do 12 anyway. It's not weird. Alright, maybe just a pinch of buzzing as there's now a fan on. So let's see. Wow. Okay, I can't read any of that crap. Potion, antidote, I assume. So we're gonna have her defend. I think that's an issue with, like, full screen. Because a lot of the stuff keeps changing. Okay. Now wait for them to move. I think the goofy defend animation just covering her little face. Oh, she's running away. Well, she's gonna move anyway. Give her a chop. I'm gonna potion the other chemist there. Now you can do either in any order, doesn't really matter. Just as long as both happen. Ah, there we go. We got to the chemist rather quickly. Now early on, it's not a huge deal to leave the dead there, because they don't have the ability to use Phoenix Down because you have to learn everything. Need to make this guy die. Oh, I can't reach him anyway. Alright. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No, it's not re-equipped. Bump. 4. Really? Should really stop making him do that. Chop for 12. He's probably gonna heal himself back full, but that's okay because it's making him waste his potions. She at as far as health goes. She's at 32. 25. I don't think I can kill him, but I can do a pretty decent amount of damage to him anyway. Chemical combat. Chop. He's gonna just keep hounding my chemist. I noticed I haven't even bothered with him yet. Oh. Chop for 12. Getting hurt. No, I need to fix him, actually. Gonna do 20 hit points for him. Probably take a few from me, I'm not sure. Either way, it's handy. Ghetto heals for the win. And it's fine if he's facing the wrong way at that point, I don't care. I can't do enough damage to really kill him yet. However, this guy's gonna get stabbed in the ass. Stab her and she's down. He may be finishing off the chemist at this point. There you go. That's what we need. I'm gonna get her out of there. Good, that chant is exactly what we needed to. There we go. It's basically clean up at this point. Can you throw a rock? You sure can. And those numbers over the dead people are them, like, basically decomposing. You can revive them within 3 rounds. Bam. And we're done. Sorry. Now I get some bonus money. Okay. So, like I said, we are pretty much going to be cutting it here. So thank you very much for watching. This is going to be a weekly thing. Again, my name is Ty. I am from TNA Gaming. If you like it, give it a like. If you want to subscribe and watch some more, go ahead and hit subscribe. But always share it. Have a good night. Thanks again.